Right, so how can I change my COS? How can I change my sponsor? Is it possible to change a sponsor if you are already here in the UK and you came in through a skilled worker visa with a COS, somebody offered sponsorship to you and you currently moved to the UK? Possibly the person could not provide the job they promised you and you are looking to switch, you want another job, and is it possible for you to find another sponsor? Or are we doomed, just like this person asked in the comment section, the exact words this person used? How can one change COS, please? Is it possible or are we doomed? And I have another person who said, how do I get healthcare sponsorship? I'm in the UK but would like to get another COS. A lot of people are in this category looking for how to switch or find a different sponsor in the UK. Now, if this is your case, I am really sorry that you are passing through this. This is not time to blame, or this is not time to flashback. I made a video about how to find out if your job offer is genuine or fake in the past. You might look up for that video in case you are still in Africa or elsewhere wishing to come to the UK. You better check out for all this. Check out for their employment code on the UK government website, gov.uk, before you start your business dealings with this set of scammers, in quotes. This is what Sky News tagged them, not me. Now, you are looking to switch your COS, find a different alternative, yes, so that you can start working. Probably you've been in the UK for a period of 5 months, 6 months, 7 months on an official skilled worker visa. Hey, that's the most annoying thing. Oh, Jesus. People are really suffering. Now, you want to get an alternative. I will share a video here with you for you to watch. You have to listen to this employer, hear what he has to say regarding employing people who already have sponsorship. You currently have a COS, you've been employed already, and then you move to another employer to say, please employ me, I need a job. Listen to this foreign employer.
We've done an employer checking service check, and it's just come up with the work restrictions. So he is allowed to work in this country. He is legally here. However, he's not allowed to work in this particular business. He's only here for skilled worker as a carer.
Now, in order to interpret further what this a Pakistan employer stated, or what he was reading out, he said after carrying out an employment check, because usually when you apply to work in any place, they have to carry out employment checks, you know, ever before they employ you and after your employment is being issued. So he carried out an employment check and he found out that this person or this set of people, they are legal in the UK. They have work visas, which is the tier 4 workers visa to work in the UK. Unfortunately, he cannot employ them because they are switching to different jobs that are not something that they were initially employed to do in the UK. And the UK government restricted employers to employ people on a different visa to a different one. Take for instance, they came into the country, or you come into this country on a health and social care visa, which is as a healthcare assistant, for instance. And now, since it is difficult for you to start working, or your sponsor has failed you, you try to go work in a place like that, just like the man in the video. He runs a shop, a supermarket. You know, it will be difficult for him to employ you, being that you are moving into a different job. Meanwhile, you already have sponsorship to work in the UK. And considering the salary threshold, you as a healthcare assistant, you came in with a salary threshold of 24,000, about 500 or thereabouts, or even more. But the job you are descending or trying to take up from that man is a job that could be paying you around 12,000 to 15,000 pounds in a year, which is something contradictory. Now, over to that question again you ask, is it possible to change sponsorship in the UK? Yes, but if you are going to change employers, you will need to submit a new skilled worker application, providing the details of your new sponsor. Your new sponsor must be on the Home Office register of licensed sponsor and have a skilled worker sponsor license. You see, to that, you have to find a new job from a registered employer who has license who has power to sponsor you, registered in the UK sponsored license, skilled worker sponsor license. In addition to that, if you are switching to a new employer, there must be a skilled worker sponsor license holder, and this must be A-rated. This would then allow them to issue you with a new certificate of sponsorship, COS, in brackets. So you need to find another job, find another sponsor, someone who is willing to sponsor you. This time around, it could be in different fields, yes. Hence, the person is willing to sponsor you and pay you the full amount of money the employer is supposed to pay for someone who is on a skilled worker visa in the UK, depending on the job you are switching to in the UK. So for these people now, you have seen the only opportunity for you is to keep searching, keep putting up application. But my prayer is that the UK government should just do something, even if it means providing jobs or all these people who are already here on skilled workers visa. If there's a way they could position them to all these care homes. A lot of them are looking for workers. To be honest with you, a lot of job opportunities are open in the care homes, but it depends on this on the status by which you move to the UK. So if the government should come in and send them to these various care homes that are looking for staff, and then change their sponsorship visas, I think that would be great. Now let's take this other question. Can I work full-time for an employer who did not sponsor my visa if the employer who sponsored me has no job? Well, the answer to this question is straight and simple. Currently, you do not have a job and you have a skilled worker visa, isn't it? Somebody sponsored you to move to the UK. Now, if you are able to switch your visa, if you are able to apply for a fresh job, get a fresh sponsorship, fresh COS, you should be able to work full-time, which is 36 to 40 hours, depending on your contract agreement to a different employer who did not even sponsor you for the first time. Hence, you officially switch your visa, and hence the person who offers you an employment currently has license to sponsor, as stated in the UK website, that the person should be a license holder who has license to sponsor your stay in the UK. You are covered. Unless you just go into that shop, you are working. That means you are trying to put that employer into trouble. The employer knows. It might even be difficult for the employer to, offer you more than that 20 hours. Possibly 20 hours is something you might be working, especially when you are working in a different field. Though this person, your case is that you don't even have a job. Your case is entirely different. But if you have a job, for instance, you are working as a healthcare assistant on a skilled worker visa, full-time, isn't it? And you want extra shift, good and fine. You can take up extra shift at your workplace. Yeah, usually there are opportunities for extra shift. Weekends, a lot of people are switching or swapping and dropping shift. You can do more. You can do more than 50 hours if you want to sleep at work. Good and fine. But if it is outside of health and care work, maybe you want to go to the shop where they sell to do the work, it's only 20 hours. Or you want to go carry block, you want to go work in the factory, it's 20 hours. I just hope this is clear. But hence you are already on a visa and you don't even have one job yet. You need to make a fresh application, have a fresh COS for you to start working full-time for a new sponsor. Okay. So reading out from the UK government website, updating your visa if you change your job or your employer. You will need to apply to update your skilled worker visa or tier 2 general work visa. If you want to change your job and your new job is with different employer, you need to update it. Your job changes to a different occupation code. Usually when you apply, your COS has your occupation code. Just like I stated, I've made a video about this. Every job you have in the UK has occupation code. You have to be aware of. This is why a lot of people got scammed, because they did not confirm if their job's occupation code is listed in the UK website. So I made a video on how to identify genuine job or fake job offer with the occupation code. You might see that video. Next, if you leave your job that is on the UK shortage occupation list to a job that is not listed, you need to update your visa that you have left that job that you were previously employed on to a different job. You are on a health and care workers visa, isn't it? And you want to move to a factory work. If at all they would offer you sponsorship, but they don't offer, you need to update it here that you have moved, and you have to provide details. Another thing is this: if you will be doing a different job for your employer, you need to also apply to make an update. For instance, your employer brought you in as a healthcare assistant, and just like a lot of them are saying there is no job or there are no jobs for people they brought in, and they decide to make you their assistant manager, office assistant, you need to update your visa status to say that your work has changed from being a healthcare assistant to now an office assistant to now a deputy manager. And your family, they do not need to apply separately. They can apply at the same time when you are applying, and you have to pay for visa status. You have to check how much it will cost you to make this update. And if perchance anyone offers you a job in the UK, a new COS in the UK, check if your job has employment code. Yes, please endeavor to check. It's also stated here, before you can find out if your job is eligible, you need to know its 4-digit occupation code. This is very important. How do you check? You go to ONS occupation coding tool, or check out the video I made the last time. If you do not know your code, you can search for your job in the ONS, just like I stated, occupation code. This is where you find the code, if it is legit or fake. Do not make the mistake twice again, and please do not pay no one no money. A lot of them are scammers. So many of them are scammers, making money, enriching their pockets, just to waste your time, while away your time. It's quite a pity people are doing this against others, though they might not have a bad intention at first, but then no matter how you go like this, they tend to backfire at the long run. And this is what is playing out, because a lot of people who paid, and I don't know, who might have paid, in quotes, and moved to the UK, they are just working. Yes. But the recent one, because of the surge, it became a problem overnight. It became a problem overnight. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this content. Please like, subscribe, and leave your questions in the comment section. Yes, if there is any help, any suggestion or advice we can offer, we, in quotes, I wouldn't hesitate to come up here and make a video about that. My prayers are with all of you out there. Yes, I can understand a little bit, not entirely, what every one of you who is in this state is going through. It is not easy. Squatting when you had a mansion back home, or you were living in a bigger space. Now you are staying in a house that is not even, you are not even the one paying the rent. You barely could have money to buy food. You don't go to work. You don't know your state. Nobody is saying something that sounds so right or so encouraging to you. I am really sorry, but there's always light in the end of the tunnel. Okay, bye for now.